So I'm recording this just to make sure everyone gets it. So I'm going to go back. So challenge 99 bottles here. So it's just in JavaScript today. So you're going to have to write a program called 99 bottles, just like remember the song 99 bottles of beer on the wall, that prints out the entire song. And then once it gets down, so it's like 99, 98, 97, 96, all the way down to here, when it gets down to 1, take one down, pass it around, 1 bottle of beer on the wall. So all these 99 bottles, 90 bottles, 2 bottles, it's all plural. But once it gets down to like the very end of the song, it turns to singular, 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer, take one down, pass it around, no more bottles of beer on the wall. Go to the store, buy some more, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. So you're gonna have to recreate this song utilizing a function that prints this whole thing out. And what I mean by printing it out, don't literally just copy and paste the entire thing in one console log. It has to be kind of dynamic. So take note of how many bottles turns to bottle at the right time. So as I kind of mentioned right here, you can certainly use a while loop, for loop, or a for each, and various other built-in methods. So make your code able to take in and account for any bottle amount. So maybe I want to create a song that has 1,000 bottles because it's a long trip and I want to do 1,000 bottles of beer on the wall. So maybe it takes in a parameter. Refactor your code so it doesn't use any for loops or any loops or iterations whatsoever. You don't have to do that. This is just kind of like to challenge yourself. So here's your first challenge. So we're in Mike Platoon's 99 bottles, but now I want to fork this over to my personal GitHub. So over here, up in the upper right-hand corner, I see this thing called fork. I want to fork this to my personal GitHub. So I click fork. It looks like I've already forked it, but I'm going to actually delete it over here. Settings. So I'm going to delete this from my personal top right. Cool. So 99 bottles, I'm right here. So I want to fork this over to my personal GitHub. I click fork. It says, hey, you've already forked 99 bottles. Here's where they're all forked to, but I want to fork to a different account. And you should find your own GitHub handle here. So I'm going to fork Tom Preet. Now it's going to show like a scanner, like I'm making a copy of something as like a printer. So it says forking Mike Platoon 99 bottles. See, now I'm in Tom Preet 99 bottles. So this is on my personal GitHub, and it says forked from Mike Platoon 99 bottles. So I'm on here. This is on my personal GitHub account. If I want to go back to Mike Platoon's, I can go here, and now I'm at Mike Platoon. See, Mike Platoon, but if I want to go to Tom Preet, I can go to Tom Preet, and now I'm at Tom Preet's, my personal GitHub account. That's great. But now I want to actually be able to do it on my local machine, so I can actually code here. Whoop. So I'm in my challenges. I highly recommend creating a single folder with your code Platoon challenges, kind of like how I have right here. I've got my Platoon challenges, and I want to fork. I want to like essentially take this 99 bottles project, this application, and bring it down to my local machine. So I've already forked it. If I go over here to this green button, code, I can click code. You can say clone. So I need to clone this down to my local machine. So here's the link to right here. It's the same thing. Link right here to link right here. So I can copy this link. So if I click that, it automatically copies it to my clipboard. And here, I'm in my challenges, my Platoon challenges, and I want to clone what's on my GitHub account down to my local machine, down right here. So this is a command that you need to know. It's called git clone, and then the link to that, where that 99 bottles is located at on my personal GitHub account. Don't clone directly from Mike Platoon, because you're going to try to overwrite it and you're not going to have permission to push your code or submit your code. So I've got here, clone GitHub from Tom Preet. That's my personal one. And I click enter. Oh, whoops. Enter. It says cloning into 99 bottles, remote enumerating objects, 31. Great. Now if I list, so there weren't any errors, which is good. Now if I list everything, I've got that 99 bottles folder. So if I click right here, there's that 99 bottles folder. And if I CD into 99 bottles, notice it has this little master right next to it. That means it is, it's got a Git attached to it. So it's got some version control. And I list everything out. I've got my 99 bottles JavaScript, README, and my Python. Now if I want to open this up in my current window, so now I'm just inside the 99 bottles folder. And right here, here's my song. So this is where I'm going to write my code. Does anybody have any questions about what I just did? About how do I get these challenges to my local GitHub or my personal GitHub account and then down to my local machine?
I just missed the last little bit. Like I got to where it says 99 bottles master, but how do you get it into the Explorer?
Oh, I just did the code 99 bottles.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah. So yeah. And now let's go. So once I'm at, so say I finish writing my song. Here is my answer. Let's go back to right here. At the very curriculum, it says submitting your work for review. So this kind of shows you kind of what we just did. Clone repo. So here we cloned it. We've already done it out. This is how we can check out branches. So now we want to actually add. So I made a change in the 99 bottles called here is my answer. Now I want to actually add it to this Git. I want to create a Git version of it. Kind of I want to save it to Git. So I can say git add. So I say git add space, or not, I'm sorry, git add space period. This is, I want to commit all the changes. So I click git add. I can list everything else out. Oh, I'm sorry. And I say git status. And now kind of everything says, here's the file I actually modified, 99 bottles JS. That's the only bottle I modified. Now I actually put it off to like a staging area. We're going to cover this again later. But now I want to actually commit it. I actually want to save it. Git commit space -m stands for message. And then in quotes, this is Tom's solution. It says, all right, Tom's solution was added. One file changed, one insertion. This is the only insertion that was, this is the only file, and this is the only insertion that was added to the code. And now I can say git push origin. So this is the branch I'm on. So I can say git push origin master. So it's pushing it up there. And now if I actually go to Tom Preet's 99 bottles, see how it was last time it was updated was 3 years ago. If I refresh it, it says updated 41 seconds ago. And I can click in here and I can say, here's my answer. Click back. Now in order to actually, quote, submit your code, and don't be pressured. You don't have to like submit your code tonight because we will go over this multiple times in the future and how to actually do it. You can kind of see, oops, here's that message I put in the Tom. This is Tom's solution. So now this is on Tom, my personal GitHub account. Now I want to submit it to the Mike Platoon. I want to like request this to be merged into the Mike Platoon 99 bottles. I can click pull request, and it can say choose 2 branches to where you want to merge this. So I want to take Tom Preet's 99 bottles and merge it with Mike Platoon's 99 bottles. And I can say create pull request, and I can leave a message. This is Tom's solution. This is, I completed this challenge. And I can say create pull request. See, now I'm in the Mike Platoons. And now you can kind of see where this is the Mike Platoon's 99 bottles. I can see a pull request that says this is Tom's solution. And now I can kind of see what files have changed. I just went over a lot. What questions do you have? This is being recorded, by the way.
When will the recording be uploaded?
Right after this.
Okay.
Yep. It might take maybe a half hour because it
Yeah.
has to process and stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
What questions? Go ahead.
My terminal in VS Code it's still saying ZSH. I'm trying to change it to Bash, but I'm not sure exactly how to do that.
Okay. After this, we'll get on a call, or one of us will get on a call with you and get that fixed.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. What other questions do you have?
Hey, Tom, Matt here.
Yep.
When there's the like challenge yourself kind of parts to the challenge, how do you want us to handle that in the code itself? Like comment out the original that we would have done, or just do one version, or?
So we're not going to actually be like physically grading every single one of your challenges. We just kind of want to make sure that you are actually putting an effort and like submitting them. So the more documentation, the more things you put in your code, the better. You're only helping yourself. So yeah, you can comment it out and then do the other challenge, the other like challenge yourself portion of it. So yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. Keep them coming.
What was the command for, was it git clone and then the URL?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. So if you want to see submitting your work for review, this is a good, if you look at this, this also has another step to it because we want to learn how to create branches, but we'll be covering that in the coming days as well. We're just going to keep on reiterating this. By the end of this week, it'll be pretty second nature for you to keep this process.
Hey, Tom, we do the pull request for submission from our own cloned repo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then that gets checked. We just check the drop-down box for the Mike Platoon, and then that's how you'll review.
Yep. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do that again so I did that with 99 bottles. I'm gonna do it again with Def Grandma. So here's your other challenge for today. It's a beast of a challenge. So the premise, the small challenge comes from Chris Pine's Learn to Program. Ensure that you read everything and click every link before starting the work. So write a program which can imitate a grandma who's hard of hearing and follows these constraints. If you don't input anything and just hit enter, she responds with what? ? If you answer a question with any lowercase letter, she responds with speak up, kid. If you talk to her in an all uppercase, she responds with no, not since 1946. Your first time you say goodbye, she says leaving so soon. The second time you say goodbye, she says later, skater. And the program exits. So here's an example. This is all done via the terminal, like the console, so you can actually type stuff in there. So for Python, it's relatively easy, but we want you to do it in JavaScript. So this first time, this is considerations for JavaScript. Just a heads up, this is extraordinarily difficult to do in JavaScript. Because again, JavaScript is the language of the web. It's easy to do an input, get input from the user from the web by just doing as an input or as a prompt. So it's easy to do it in a web browser to get someone's a user input, some user input. So some user input, but to do it from the terminal, the console, is much more cumbersome because it's JavaScript. So be sure to click through these things. And yeah. And read that stuff. For extra fun, try refactoring using regular expressions. That doesn't sound like fun. So again, I'm in my Platoon. I want to fork this over to my personal GitHub. I probably already have it. Yeah, so I already have it there, but if I click on that, I've got it forked over right here. And now, so I'm on Tom Preet's GitHub. Here's Def Grandma. I want to clone this down, so I go to code, the green button, HTTPS, click this copy button, or I can copy it like that. And now I don't want to clone it here inside of 99 bottles. I want to clone it in the challenges. So I'm going to go up one level, list everything out, get clone, and then paste that link in there. And and now I want to code, open up the challenges right here. So now I've got Def Grandma. Yeah, so here's the answer, but don't look at it. Yeah, so there you go. So now I've got Def Grandma here. And now again, once you finish it, you want to git add, just follow these commands from 6 to add it, just follow from line 6 to 9. And again, if you need help, reach out. You can Google it or reach out to one of us.